I'm joined by Mitch Hahn. Mitch, huge win against the Suns on the weekend, which has pretty much guaranteed us a finals berth in the NEAFL this year.
Yeah, the boys did a really good job. Gold Coast were limited with their injuries, but we can only play what's in front of us, and we went down there with a whole club to go down there as a challenge. We had the first opportunity to take, draw the first blood. We were able to do that. We're pleased with the way that we went about it, and we're starting to build some really good form.
Some of the younger guys had really big games. Connor Ballenden kicked 3 goals, but he actually said he probably should have kicked 5.
Yeah, it was good. Our forwards have been a little bit more dangerous in recent weeks, and I suppose Liam Dawson going forward has helped that. He kicked 3 goals as well, and Toby Wooler has progressed really well. He kicked 3 as well. So, 9 goals from our key forwards was something that we were really pleased with.
And Archie also kicked 2. He's usually found in the ruck. Did he go in that forward line for a bit there?
Yeah, he spent a little bit of time in the forward line, and which enabled Connor to spend a bit of time in the ruck, which was pleasing for Connor as well. But it's part of Archie's growth is making sure that he spends some time forward and develops that craft, as we've seen with Oscar. So it was great for Archie to get some reward on the scoreboard, but he certainly, his ruck work was really good on the day as well.
So you mentioned that the Gold Coast were down on numbers this week, only a couple of listed players, but is it important for the Lions to, like you said, play what's in front of them but almost be a bit ruthless in these sorts of games?
Yeah, and I suppose that's all we can do is play what's in front of us, and that was the opportunity for our group, and to continue on and to win every quarter in what was some interesting tactics from Gold Coast early in the game. But we were pleased with the way that we fought it out and went about it, and hopefully guys can get some confidence in that. And we've got another test and challenge this week against GWS. Yeah,
you mentioned interesting tactics, but our defence really stood up against what was there?
Yeah, I think they ended up having more inside 50s than us, but we sort of launched the ball from our back half. So our composure and our ability to be able to score from our back half transition through Jack Frost and Sam Mays down there who had a terrific game, Sam Skinner as well. Those guys there really gave us some good drive off there, and we were able to move the ball well.
Yeah, it is. Have you ever been in a game like that where a team's won by 91 points but the other team actually had more inside 50s?
No, it was definitely an interesting game, and that's what it's about. We get to face those different obstacles, and it's great for our older guys and our players there to be able to show leadership and to identify what the scenario is. So for them to be able to see what's going on and the challenges that Gold Coast threw at us early, they were able to work their way through that, and that was pleasing.
Yeah, great. So we've obviously got GWS this weekend, which is always going to be tough. But sadly, Mitch Hinge has been ruled out for the rest of the season. He won't be playing this weekend.
Yeah, Mitch has obviously had he's had a terrific season. Really, he's been pushing through a couple of injuries. His shoulder, which he dislocated against Sydney Uni a couple of weeks ago, and he's had a sore ankle as well. And he's been really good in the way that he's gone about pushing through those injuries. But at the end of the day, it sort of just come a little bit too much for him. A player in his second year, we'll miss him certainly. His drive that he's been able to give us through the half-back all season has been good, but what it does enable now gives an opportunity for one of our development players, Kadeen Coleman or Tom Matthews, who played on the weekend. It gives those guys another chance, which is really exciting for our footy club.
Definitely, and another name to mention is Tom Fullerton will be a test this week. Do you reckon that he'll play against the Giants?
Yeah, hopefully Tom can get up. He's got to get through training on Thursday, but for Tom as well to come in to a team halfway through the year, it's always going to be challenging. So the best way for him to build relationships and get to know the guys is to be out there playing. So hopefully he can tick that box, and we'd love to have him out there. In the game and a half that he's played, he's shown some signs. So that will only hold him in good stead after a strong pre-season and going into next year.
We look forward to it. So all the best down at Blacktown on the weekend.
Cheers, thanks.